Hello and welcome back to Cons of the Steppe. We are in 3 wars currently. We are in a war on Valencia in order to get this little green patch. We are on a war with Tahurt in order to get, well, this I believe, like all of that and this, well, and this, not that bit, we'll get that later, which is pretty good. Very happy with that. And we are in a war with Amdo over here to get all of this, although this is a little bit diseased right now, so not the best place for our army to be, but, well, we're not in the army, so it doesn't really bother me that much. So that's where that army is. We have another army up here, and they're heading to Denmark. Now, they're heading to Denmark because if we can get Denmark and then Norway, that then gives us Ireland, which will be fantastic. We might be able to get Sápmi in Sweden. Potentially we can get Sápmi via just getting them to give in. I don't think we're going to get the same with Sweden. Once we win the war here, it doesn't quite get us everything we ever wanted because we're going to end up in an unfortunate situation where we don't... Actually, wait a second. We might be able to get in through Tiris and then in here. Never mind. It might get us close to it. It'll get us a couple of bits of land there. But we're really going to have to take Gurma. I think Gurma's the big one. Once we take them, we get all of this basically for free, which is going to be fantastic. Then, I think reasonably, we're going to have to, once this army's cleared up that side, maybe send one army to clear up like maybe Mali and another one to clear up Darfur. We could send this army down to Darfur actually instead originally, and then maybe once they've done Darfur to send them to Abyssinia and Khorasan. I don't know. We'll see where we're going with other wars, but yeah, we're getting near the end of the conquest, which is cool. How's our health? Health is good. That's what I like to see. We're 58, which is fairly good. The way I usually like to say it, and I don't know if this is true, but it's just kind of like my rule of thumb is if you have no positive or negative health traits, I tend to think that you need to start looking at whether you're going to die around age 50, right? You need to start thinking about it properly then. If you have a bunch of good traits, it could be like 80 where you need to worry about it, and we have a lot of good traits, so I don't know. We'll see. We can also potentially get more of these as we get more items. We might, in fact, have more things in our royal court that I just haven't found yet. Like, we go and have a look here at rarity. We have so many items in here that there could be one that just increases our health, like, further. I don't know if there is, but there could be. Anyway, we should get back to it. I just want to check that all of our armies are doing things. How many men do you have, by the way? 6,000. That's a little too close, but I am thinking that I could send this army down there eventually. Yeah, they're currently defending against something. How's your army made up? You got some mercenaries? How did you get mercenaries? I thought I bought all of them. I didn't. There's new mercenaries. Ooh. Alright, well, in which case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This is the screen I'm after. I'm going to get the rally point. I'm going to stick it here. And I'm going to buy myself the other mercenaries. Nice, that's an extra martial and prowess for us, which is cool. But also, it's an extra army that can head down to Khorasan, down here, and potentially siege it. How are my other armies looking, by the way? Do I need to reinforce? I can't refill right now. Ah, well, that'll do that then. Right, cool. I'm just trying to figure out where all my other armies are. So you're sieging, you're moving. Yeah, I think I'm happy. Let's unpause. Some land's under siege. Let's not worry about it. And first thing that finish. Oh, you're in a fight. Okay, I was gonna say first thing that finishes is the thing we look at. So you're in a fight up here. That's actually really good. That army might change direction. It didn't change direction, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, it did kinda. Yeah, I'm gonna go defeat the rest of that army. Also, we just won the war for Valencia. And we inherited some more land. So, over here... can I raise any of it? Nope. Okay, so this is all part of Messen. And we will give that to you. And then we will grant you all of that land. Right, wonderful. Did you get it all? No. Alright, well, let's give you all of the vassals. Hopefully that's all of them. Wonderful. And that's good. Right, clear that out. That did get us the first army of Wolkenstein as well, which we don't need. Yeah, that's all okay. Valencia. I'm going to enforce my demands. Now it does a couple of things, but it does give us these Valencian troops. You know what? You can start making a new army. I'm not overly worried about that. We'll figure out what we're doing with them in a second. What's this? Secure the Mediterranean? Maybe. So give us Masters of the Mediterranean for 100 years, which is cool. This does nothing for us. This is almost pointless. This is kinda useful, but mostly pointless, and this is almost completely pointless. We gain Renown. Renown is cool. It gives us a Casus Belli that we don't need. We get the Kingdom of Balio Tyrrhenia, which also doesn't matter, but we might as well have it. Yeah, Mare Nostrum. With the taking of Mallorca, the Sardinians, and the Sicilians, we've declared ourselves the righteous rulers of the Mediterranean Sea. Envoys have sailed to all corners of the earth and notified lesser rulers about our glorious achievement. The sea and everything it touches belongs to us. Wonderful. And that now means I can get the Peace of the Great Khan nomadic thing. So that gets us herd income, tributary taxes, tributary opinion, and unlocks the Peace of the Great Khan decision. Okay, so herd income going up by 10% is quite nice because we're currently making negative 66 a month, so yeah, that's going to be pretty good, I think. That's negative 60. Okay. Well, it's not quite as good as I thought it would be, but anyway, that's fine. But yes, we've done that. I do have the kingdom now. We're not going to give it away, so it doesn't really matter that we have it. Sometimes it matters, but in this case it does not. Right. Oh yeah, Peace of the Great Khan. I need to see what that does. It said something about settling and building cities, which doesn't really sound like me, but let's have a look. So you gain Peace of the Great Khan, so you gain diplomacy and stewardship per level of fame. Holding taxes in Steppe goes up and diplomatic range goes up, and it makes a whole bunch of things city holdings. Wow. Okay. Every realm county in the Great Steppes held by a member of your dynasty changes. And you discover city planning. Oh. Alright then. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Alright, we might do that later, I guess. You know, when we're at peace. Anyway, where were we? Yes, raising land. That's what I was doing. So, scroll down here to Valencia. I thought, oh, it's you click here. There we go. Click here, then click raise. That's it. It's all coming back to me. I mean, it's been like, what, 2 days since I last played? You know, so you can't expect me to remember anything, basically. Anything past, like, today is pretty much, like, 90% out there. So, anyway. We'll raise all of that. And we'll raise this as well. Right, we're now at 50,000 gold. And we want to go in here. We want to find somewhere like Valencia, which is part of the Duchy of Valencia. Give that to you, and we give you the Duchy of Valencia. There we go. So, Murcia here, or Murcia? We're going to give that away. And there's another 2 bits of land somewhere. Ah, Granada. Granada is part of this, which is my vassal's title. So I'm going to give you Granada. And then we also got Barcelona, which is part of my vassal's title. So I'm going to go to my vassal and I'm going to say, hey vassal, why don't you have Barcelona? Right. Wonderful. That seems pretty good to me. This army can now go and help out in the other war by defeating those troops on its way to Baia. Right, that all seems pretty good to me. I think we're good to go again. Yeah, Yeah, back to sieging. So you've now finished your siege, so you're going to head into their capital, because that technically connects, therefore this is allowed. That's fine. Anyone else? Nope, everyone else is moving. Hey, weapon storage is complete. That now means that we want to upgrade weapon storage, I think. Yeah. But more weapon storage, that sounds good. Right, back up here, and let's go. Let's gain Zealot's opinion. We now have +1 opinion with Zealots. Great. I don't even know if we still have that, like, displayed as a pedestal item, but anyway. Cool. It now does that. Enemy combatants captured. That must have been in that battle, right? No? I don't know what battle that was in. Oh well, we caught them. Whoever those people were. Let's clear this out. A legendary victory. We can get legendary battle for 15 years, so we get more towards our legend. It's currently spread to 144 baronies. We need it to spread to 300 baronies, ideally. You're currently doing nothing. Oh, that's fine. You're about to defeat another army. Ah, so it was that fight. Okay. I thought they hadn't reached it yet, but no, it's just that they'd already killed the army by the time we saw it. That's fine. Right. Now taking their capital. Gonna go to the next one, and we're gonna siege it. Legend spreads. Well, let's get that person to promote it. Right. Cool. And carrying on. Defeated that army. You're gonna head... Well, would you just give in? Honestly, it'd make my life a little easier. 40%. Oh, we'll see. Why don't you go to Cordoba, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyone else? Oh, you've stopped moving. Wonderful. You've arrived at Denmark. Denmark, this is your opportunity. You got 12%. Give in. Right. They're probably not going to give in. Right, let's clear that out. You're doing nothing. Well, have you considered winning that battle? Cool. Denmark will drown in blood, apparently. Well, that was their decision. Now they're sieging. Perfect. You're still making your way over. You're going... You're doing something. You're sieging. Wonderful. We have many sieges going on. These guys are fighting someone. And we have got Slevik. So you can now head up to this one. Actually, that one I need you to siege. How's your fight going? Oh, you're going to destroy them. Wonderful. Well, let's see. We've inherited some Italian land. Well, let's give that away. So that is Romagna, which apparently doesn't exist. So we'll create Romagna, and we will give this Prince Bishopric that land. Plus, yeah, Romagna. Wonderful. And then I'm going to demand that he converts to my religion, because I'm not having, like, you know, him around here not being my religion. And that's all the land we had to give away. Perfect. Right. Back over here. We finished the war. Information brokering. Don't care. Chancellor has died. I do care about that. So we have a new chancellor. The new chancellor is going to be... Why do you not like me? Oh, many reasons. Like, a large number of reasons. Will you be my new chancellor? Yeah. That's fine. Towards this? Yes, it's this war. Fantastic. Enforced demands. So we now have a huge amount of land. Wait, they didn't give in. Wait, they did give in? Wait, I missed it. They just gave in? Oh, that did make my life easier. Alright, well, that's cool. I don't need any of this stuff. Let's start giving... Well, let's start raising some land, and we'll give some land away. Do this bit first, though. Right. There we go. That should be all of those. Artifacts of low durability. We're going to destroy them, because it gets us money. And my theory is that it makes the game run minusculely quicker to have less artifacts in the game. So that's what I'm doing. Right, clear those out. We'll also clear some out here. Right, it's all okay. Right, holdings can be raised. So now we want to go down here. Basically go holding, raise holding, holding, raise holding. And just do it down the line. There we go. Yep, raise that. Temple. Hey, oh, let's raise a temple. Nice. So I still have to do those via the other screen, but I didn't realize I could do it there. It does make it slightly easier. Right. That should be all of them. Right. Clear these out. And now, yeah, that's looking good to me. So now we want to give away some of this land. I think it's this. There we go. So this is all part of the Duchy of my vassals. So we're going to grant you that title. And we're going to grant you that title. This is part of Seville, which is my title. So I'm going to grant this one away to you. And then I'm going to give you Seville. Wonderful. Then over here, Tanis is part of Algier, which is my title. So we'll give that to you. Then we will give you Algier. Tahert is part of Tahert, which doesn't exist, so we'll create it. We'll then give it to this person, and then we will give them the rest of it. Wonderful. This is Zab, which is my title. I'm going to give you that, then we're going to give you Zab. We must have inherited, or we must have got some other land. Oh, I didn't realize this land's actually like pretty deep in there. Like, yeah, it gives us new borders. Alright, let's give you that. This is part of my vassal's title. So I'm going to grant you that vassal. That vassal. Okay, my vassal list takes a while to load now. As long as I click, it actually seems to register. I also realized that we already had a border there at the bottom, so that's fine. Right, am I over on duchies? I should be exactly where I was on duchies. It's in no extras. Yep, cool. So, where's my army? There's my army. You're going to make your way down to Darfur via that route. You, because you don't need to go over there, you're going to make your way down here on the assumption that you're going to have to do something down here. And then we're just going to go through some, like Tiris. Yeah, you're definitely going to give me 75 gold. Gurma? You're still not willing to give in? Okay. And we don't have a border with anyone else, so let's do that first. Over here, we've now moved, we're now sieging. Wonderful. Unpause. Let a traitor be known to all. We have multiple people sieging. Spiteful acts. Moksha's hysteria has always bothered me, but recently it's been getting on my nerves more than ever. I want to get back at him for his behavior. What form should my reprisal take? I don't care. I'll do an intrigue challenge. I made up some rumors, but nobody believed them and nobody knew it was us. Alright, so nothing happened is what happened there. We just inherited some land. What land did we inherit? Ah, that's quite far away, really. Well, I'm going to give that to you. Then I'm going to give you... that. Cool. You're still sieging. Over here, we've got the first one. So now we're going to go to the second one, and we're going to go... You're going to be mine. Who are you at war with? Your own vassal. Alright, well... Not my problem, essentially. Nice. No, you're not going to join my Denmark war. Mali? Mali doesn't want to be my vassal. Yeah, so we need Gurma. That's okay. But we did get quite a lot of land there quite quickly. Can transfer you, which I will do. And then it's back over here. It's probably for the next siege to finish. Nice. So you finished that siege. There's still disease everywhere. There's less disease over here, I guess, and there's more of their troops. So, well, actually that bit's got like pretty fully diseased. Yeah, this bit's where I want you to go. So I want you to go siege there. Wonderful. You're currently just standing there. You get to their army, you can, and it's on land that we want to siege. Perfect. Now we have all armies moving. All armies are going somewhere and doing something, apart from like the new one. But actually also with the new one, let's just merge them up a little bit here. Less of our armies. Right. And the Danish army is defeated. Nice. And we're very close to winning that war now. I imagine these ones aren't going to get there. I think I'm going to have to worry about whether I accidentally click disband all. It'd be really bad right now. We're actually in perfect position, so yeah, it'd be worse than usual to do it if I did it now. So let's not do that. Prisoner has died. Okay. Where's my army over here? I finished the Danish war. Well, that was quick. Well, enforce demands. Make your way to Norway? Where is Norway anyway? As in, like, where's its capital? Yeah, oh, it's there. Okay. You could go to Sweden first. Yeah, why don't you go there? You're not going to take attrition. Actually, it'd be there, probably. Okay. That's fine. Go. We inherited some land. Okay. That's Porto. I can raise this land, actually. Nice. We're going to give that to you. And we're going to grant you the duchy it goes with. And we're then going to have to grant you the vassals that go with the duchy that goes with the land. Right, that's all okay. And now we wait. My friend died, and I lost 0 stress because we have so much stress lowering that we don't even gain stress for that anymore. That's cool. No, we won't be having an election for Denmark. Instead, what I'm going to do is yes, that's fine. I'm going to clear the title succession law. Yeah. But we'll get rid of that. So I now need to raise all of this land. So we'll scroll down to Jarland and then start raising. Right, and that one. How do we feel about temples? Hey, we can raise temples here. And we can raise secondary castles. Wonderful. Raise. Raise. Cool. Get rid of all those. Now we can go in here and we can say there's Jarland, which is our title. I'm going to give that to a Danish noble, and then I'm going to give them the whole lot of it. There we go. Jarland is over here. I'm going to give that to you, Paul. There we go. You can have that. The other 2 titles that I got are over here. This is part of Slavic, which doesn't exist, so I will create it. I will give this away to Thordis, and Thordis will now be in charge of Slavic. And then I'll do the same over here. This is Skane, so we'll make Skane. Give that to this guy, Pridbjorn. And then we'll give you that. Wonderful. That should be everything. Nobody I even need to vassals to. We're one more, which should be the one extra kingdom. Yep, it is. And now you're in Sweden. Wonderful. So you're there. You're there. You're there. You're almost here. And then you're sieging. Wonderful. Okay. But this land here, what do I need to siege? This bit, which isn't currently covered in plague. Fantastic. We'll grab absolute control. We're currently at minus 87. We're now at minus 87. Okay, so absolute control does nothing for nomadic. Okay. That's interesting to know. Let me just confirm, like, which bit's our land? It's the bit which has our troops on it still, I think. Who are you? You raiding me? Or are you just hostile to someone you're hostile to someone I'm hostile to. Okay. Alright, let's merge these armies. So absolute control. Yeah, okay. No current effects, but if control drops below 100, monthly herd gain and county will be reduced. This does nothing. I think absolute control does actually nothing. We just see absolute... No, plus 10%. Okay, so it still gives you your plus 10% tax. It just wasn't enough to move the dial. Okay, we make so little tax. Okay, that makes more sense. We make so little tax that the extra tax that we got from absolute control does nothing. And then levies, we may have got some, but like, who could tell? You know? Okay. Actually, no, we don't have any levies from our lands, because our lands don't have levies. So no. Yeah, we got 10% extra holding taxes, and we have no holdings because we're nomads. Makes perfect sense. You've stopped moving, which means you've arrived at Sweden. Sweden. No? How about Norway? You want to give in? You're at 46% right now, and you're only at 46% because we're not in that many wars. I'm going to offer you that, and I'm going to offer you it at the same time I offer Sweden it. Yeah, I'm just going to ask for your stuff, probably, Sweden. Yeah. And then I'm going to move you into Varent. Let's go. What do you reckon? Norway going to give up? Sweden will drown in blood, as will Norway. Okay, well, I wanted to start some wars because then I can't click the disband all button. I was preempting my mistake. Okay. Which army has stopped moving? Ah, there we go. This one has. So Khorasan is currently in a war. Do you have any troops raised? I'm just curious, actually, on this one. It doesn't really change what I'm going to do, but... Oh, that is your army. Oh, never mind. I think I found your... Well, that's where your army is going to be. Okay, cool. Khorasan? I'm going to demand your siege weapons. Also, I'm just going to do a quick check of something here. If I move this here, one, are there any mercenaries? No. Any holy orders? No. What happens if I raise my troops here? Like, how long is it going to take? It's going to take 15 months to gather, but do any gather immediately? No. Okay. Well, that's all I needed to check, basically. I'll get rid of this army. Right. You can head in there and siege. Right. Where were we? I guess I should send this army down as well. These extra 400 troops can go, like, here. Cool. You're sieging, which is good. You're sieging, which is also good. Right. We finished some sieges. So that's this army now. You're missing an organizer. It's going to choose the wrong one. We then reset it to this. Give you an organizer. You're going to head to that one. There we go. It's all fine. Ross is under siege, so your siege... Yeah, so they're sieging over there. We just won the Amdo War, which is great. So I'm going to enforce our demands on Amdo. You're now going to need to reinforce a little bit here. So I just need to find somewhere that's got supply limit. Anywhere between here and down here. This has some supply limit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up your army a little bit. So there we go. Actually, I think I need to split it up more because I think that they're actually quite a bit bigger than it says here. If that makes sense. And then you also need to split up. Right. Then I'm going to do something. Would I need to go for the next war? This war's going to have to be Canarta here, probably. So I'm going to do... It's going to be awkward. Yeah, I guess I'm going to send you here, because these are easier to use. And they're near a river. So let's go here. 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 And here. There we go. Right. Amdo. We're now at peace with... Wait. Whoa. Pause. Am I in a new war? Yes. Okay, I'm going to white peace that war. I don't need to be in it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's all okay. We can transfer you, which I'll do. Then I want to go in here. Find where it starts looking like Amdo. Then raise all of this land. Apart from the occupied land, I guess. I can't give away occupied land either. It's kind of annoying. Creating some nomadic land down here because of the lack of holdings. Cool. Clear all of that. Wait a second. No, I'm not going to get measles. I've decided I'm not going to get measles. I'm going to end this war with a white peace, please. Thank you. Wonderful. Pause. Now I'm going to give away this land. Including the the occupied one should no longer be occupied. You can also raise this, I just realized. Which one was it? It was this one. Right. There we go. So we've now raised them all. Now I need to give them away. So let's go in here. Let's find some lands. We'll go like this land. This land is part of this title. Give it to you. We will then give you their whole title. There we go. Then over here. There's a lot of purple ones over here, which is messing me up. But that's okay. We have this title. I can't get... Oh, right. There we go. I was on the wrong one. I was going to say I couldn't give it away, but I think I can. Right. Give you that. Over here. This is part of this title, which is created. And we're going to grant you all of that. Nice. And that's that land given away. Perfect. Can grant vassals to rightful liege, which we will do. Let's clear those out. That was Outer Azure Yan I could give people to there. That's interesting. I'll have a look at that in a second. Because that has implications for us. Right. Where's this army? You're doing nothing. Alright, well, now you're heading to kinda. You've sieged. Where's their capital? The capital's there. You're going to head to there. Wonderful. I have no hostile troops near here. Nope. Perfect. Alright. Some pause. My prisoner died in my dungeons. That's so-so. Doesn't really bother me. I think this is the main bit I want to be focusing on, because this is where my this is where my only army that's actually moving from place to place quickly is. Oh, never mind. Arrived at Gurma's borders. Gurma. Get siege weapons. Right. You're going to head to that one. We're allowed to, right? Yes, I think so. Cool. You have now arrived at Darfur. I'm going to offer them the same deal, which is no deal at all. And you're going to siege whichever bit of this is... which I was going to say, whichever bit of this is siegeable, which is that bit. Right, let's go. Darfur will drown in blood. As will Gurma. Wonderful. Many, many, many wars right now. You've now sieged the next one. Go to the next one. This one. Taking that one. We'll head to the next one. Right. They're just trying to get to their capital as quickly as we can. Lots of sieges happening right now. Their army is on their capital, which is great. We lost a siege of Dingwall. Doesn't really bother me. Right. Yeah, you can now head in there, which is fine. Lots of things being raised. So you've now taken this bit. Where's Gurma's capital? It's over here. Okay. So you probably want to head here if that's... No, it's not allowed. So you probably want to head here. Right. You're still going. Anyone else still sieging? Yeah, you're still sieging. Wonderful. Wait a second or two. You got that one. Now you're going to head there. First army is about to hit them. Let's go into this holding. Nice. That might be the end of the Swedish war. That is the end of the Swedish war. Yes. Okay. I was just confirming that was their whole army in my head, and I was like, yeah, that is. So, that's the end of the Swedish war. Wow, 2 people said no to giving up Sweden or something? Okay. Not really sure what that means, but okay. It's my land, so... here, I'm going to get rid of that. No voting for the next king of Sweden. Right, go get me some Norway. Go get me their capital. Right, you. Now taking this. Probably that bit of land down there is what you're after next. Right. Sweden. Let's give away some of this. Actually, let's raise this, then give it away. Also, how many am I at? I've managed to get 5 more bounties since not bounties. Counties. It rhymed. Yeah, I've managed to get 5 more counties since last time. Which isn't really a lot. It's basically nothing. Right. Turning so much of this into nomadic land because they have no holdings in it. Yeah, this is all turning into great nomadic land. There we go. And this as well. And this as well. And Östergötland. Also, I want to check something. Let me clear that out. And clear this out. And clear this out. Do I have the decision in here for expanding the steppe, like, ticked? Oh, I probably have to be at peace, right? Yes, I have to be at peace. I think. Yeah, you're in an army. Actually, I only have to not be in an army. Oh. First Army of Antwerpen. That actually surprises me. I could remember which one I was in. Yes, I can do this. Where are we going to expand the steppes? New steppes are Persia. Let's go. I designate Persia the... I don't control Persia. Southern Russia. Southern Russia is now part of the steppes. What is Southern Russia? That's Southern... This is all now part of the steppes. Done. That's now all part of the Western steppe. If I do this. Cool. So it now has all the steppe bonuses in it. Cool. That's fine. Anything else I can do? Peace of the Great Khan? No. Consult the skies? Sure. I'd like to be spoken to of life. I gain blessed by Tengri for 5 years. Medium health boost. Oh, no. Hold court? Definitely not. Mainly just because somebody said to me that they thought that if you didn't hold court for a while that there would be some negative events, and I'm like, okay. I wish to see the negative events. Wait, where are we? Are we not eligible to lead an army? Oh, we don't have organizer. There we go. Yes, we're just as fast as organizer without the organizer trait. Right. So now you can head into this one. Actually, can you head here? Nope. Alright, into this one. It's fine. Oh, yeah, and now I need to give away all the land. Up here. So let's start with Gotland, because Scotland, I think, is in its own duchy. Yes. It is. So we will give that away. There's Visby. Wait. Yeah, I hold that title. Ah, it's this one. Cool. Also says we got some land over here. We did. Oh, okay. Oh yes, because I thanked them for that in a previous episode. I was like, oh, thank you for getting me the that land, and meaning that I didn't have to go to war for it. Yes. So that's over here. That's that land, I think. Wait, you? Yeah, you're part of that land. I also got Finland as well, which I'm going to give to you. There we go. Upland. Upland's over here somewhere. So we will give that one away. And then we're going to grant you Upland. This one is Bergeslagen. We'll give that to you. Then we'll give you Bergeslagen. Småland? Is this Småland? No. Which one's Småland? Oh, Småland's down here. Okay. I just noticed we had a duchy without any land, so I wanted to get that one out of the way. Västergotland. There we go. We will give that one away. And we will give you Västergotland. Over here we have Östergötland. Give you Östergötland. Then Norrland I have to assume is up, as all of them are basically just telling you where they are. And then we'll grant you Norrland. Right. And then we just want to quickly check that we are where we should be, which I think we are. Yep. Wonderful. Right. We can transfer you. Sure. Clear those out. I'm going to click a little ransom on my prisoners here. Ransom 130 prisoners. Quite a lot, but I hope that might make the game a little bit better. Because then I might have a few less people in my prison for it to be working out things about. There we go. Clear some of these people out. There we go. That's a lot of notifications. It's because there's like 2 notifications for every person it released. Alright. Yeah. I'm just trying to click close to where the X is and adjust. I get it wrong. Oh, not quite. There we go. How many people do I have here? How many notifications do I have to click away? There we go. Right, how many was that? That, to be fair, was 88, I think. Something like that. So that might help things. Also, I now need to do something else with one of the other pop-ups that popped up. I need to build the next building. Yes. There we go. Wonderful. Clear that out. Every army is moving. Good. We finished a siege, which is interesting because every army is moving, as I just said. Right. It's this one. Okay. I guess you're going to siege this one. There we go. We'll send you in there. Right. How is the gaining supply thing going? You haven't arrived yet. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Just gain some more land. So this land is Homs. So we'll give that to you, and we'll give you Homs. There we go. There's Homs. Yeah, I will scroll to the bottom of the list because that's where your newest titles are, but because it's these are now ones under kingdoms that we previously got, it'll go under the king. It's organized by like when you got the kingdom title, which was obviously quite a while ago at this point. They've now started to arrive at their destination. That's good. So they're now going to start to gain supply. Scheme at court will let the traitor be known to all. And we finished that one. I send you to Upper Gurma. You're now just sitting there, but that's fine. You're going. You're going. You're going. That's all fine. Go. What's this one for? Darfur. My goal is the same. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, yeah. You're gonna. Oh, you're gonna get that army. That's perfect. This one's finished its siege. We'll send you to the next siege. You're fighting something? Ah, perfect. It's that one. So that should be 50% war score, I think. Let's see. That is like 26% war score. Yeah. Wait, there's 3 things I needed to siege on this holding? Wow, it was a bad choice. Okay. You're sieging. Taking that one. You're now going to head down here. Wonderful. How's the army over here doing? Almost arrived at the next destination. Almost. Yeah, it's having a horrible time in the desert. It needs to do the thing that the other army's doing and regain supply. It's just there isn't anywhere to regain supply, so yeah. Oh, that's this one. I just finished that siege. Got some good land in Norway. Let's head over here. You're sieging. You're resupplying as a group. I might want to split that army into 2. Yeah, I'm actually going to send this army, which is mostly resupplied, over here. And I'm going to send the other half of that army, which is mostly resupplied, over to here. Yeah, let's do that. Right, you're finished your siege, so you can now move to their capital. And that's fine. Right. You're finished your siege. You can now go to the next one, which is right here. Start to get some serious war score. You finished your siege. You can now go to the capital of Gurma. Right. I'm missing the Keeper of the Horses. That's important. Keeper of the Horses increases movement speed, right? No. Just travel speed. Oh well. I don't know why this sorts by rank is default now. It's really not a great default. Anyway. Oh yeah, also is our one, what's it called? Our Caravan Master is excellent. Okay, that's what I was wondering. So I think that Caravan Master is the one that affects your speed. Although wait a second, Keeper of the Horses, Army Pursuit, we actually do want. Yeah, I want to pay for Army Pursuit because that's the amount that we kill. Which seems good. As in, like, the amount that we kill if we win a battle. So that seems that that's worth just upping a little bit. That's fine. You're sieging. You finished your siege, so you can now go to the next one down here. That's okay. You've almost arrived at your destination. You're just a little bit too far away. You're sieging their capital, which is okay. You guys have not made it to your destinations yet. Okay. Obviously what I'm doing here is I'm going to send one to siege that and the rest to siege the rest of Karnatha. I'll merge them back together and we'll go get Palia or something. Or we'll go get Pala or something. There is actually, by the way, a point where if we siege enough, let's say we get all of this really, really quickly. We get Khorasan and we get Abyssinia. There is actually an argument for disbanding the entire army and re-raising it over here to grab the rest of India. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. You're doing nothing. That's fine. Right. Where are we? That's this army. This army is now going to siege this land, which I thought you were at. So actually, you're going to siege that land because you're closer. Cool. I've now won my war against Khorasan, which I will enforce. And then I'm going to move these two armies in here. Let's move them. Yeah, let's move them here. That sounds fine. Right. Nice. Pause. Clear this. That's that land got. These guys haven't arrived yet. These guys have almost arrived. Okay. Clear that. Clear this, saying we got new artifacts. I get any new artifacts here? No, not in any slots that matter. Okay. Next step, we're going to, well, raise some land. So let's raise Nishapur and Juwain and Baihak, Damkhan, Herat, Badgiz, Zerka, Kwan, Tun. There we go, just keep raising these ones. There's a lot to raise. We do have a lot of money from it though, so you know, it is kind of worth it. And you do notice every time we like extend the mercenary contracts, it costs us like 20,000 like gold, so we can't just ignore it entirely. Right. That's fine. We're also losing like a huge amount of money like constantly. So replenishing some of that is nice. How are we looking, by the way? 157. Still on the way. Still on the way. Right. You have finished the siege of the capital of Gurma. You're now going to head into Po. Right. You've finished your siege. So you're going to head into there, which is land to... Wait, that isn't land to siege. You're going to head into there and then there. I don't know whose army you are, but... Yeah. I'm going to interrupt your day. Right, now we... Oh, wait, I didn't give away the land. I raise it and then I'm like, I'm done. Nope. Still need to do this part. This is Nishapur. We'll now grant it away. There we go. This is Khoestan. Wait, do we have it? Yep. We'll grant you that land. This one is Herat. Give that to you. Give you Herat. Then up here we have Merv, which we will give away. And we will grant you Merv. Wonderful. I said Oman as well, which is way to the south. This is my vassal's title, so I will grant my vassal the land that they no doubt desire. We already have Oman. Is that all the lands? It can't be. Ah, no, there we go. I was in de jure. That's why it looked weird. I was in the de jure map mode, and de jure map mode said there was already an Oman. Which makes sense, because it's de jure. Your Hormuz, which is part of a title that does not yet exist, so I will create the title. Give it to this Persian noble. And then give that to you. Right. Clear that all out. Clear that all out. You need a successor, honest rider. There we go. It's going to be you. Right. Cool. Now I've given away all the land. Who's next? You guys are about to merge. Let's do that first. So you're going to merge here with your little bit of supply, which is good. You guys are almost there. I'm going to stop you there for a second. Karnata, any chance you just give in? No. Okay. Right. Let's do that then. Right. I just want that army to be sieging as soon as possible, so it's fine. I just got some Welsh land. That is Gwynedd that I now have. We will give it to the balding Welshman. Alhassa. I'm gonna say that's like miles away. You can have Alhassa. Yeah. Do I still have Gwynedd? Let's have a look here. This is part of Gwynedd. Yes, okay. So I'm going to give you that one. I just need to find where Gwynedd is on the list. There we go, it's under Wales. Perfect. Then I need to grant vassals to rightful liege. So that's all of the vassals of Gwynedd. There we go. I'm sure he's very happy. Wonderful. Cool. Where are we? This army... Yeah, you're going to merge up. You're going to get there and siege. It's the next army. Next army is sieging here. That's about to win. Right, let's wait a couple of seconds. We have now won that siege. However, they won a siege at the same time, so we need to do one more siege on that one. You're still getting your way there. Best of them. Wait, what are you doing? I didn't tell you to go anywhere, I guess? Oh. You can head to there for now. Oops. That's fine. You two can merge. Right. You're sieging. So this should be the end of the Gurma War. Which it is. We will enforce our demands. Wait a second or two for that. And we've also just won the Norway War. Nice. I will also send in the enforced demands for Norway at the same time. And we inherited some land. Oh, we inherited this land again. I was going to say, I thought this land looked familiar. It's the same bit of land. Oh, and we inherited some more as well, I think, somewhere. Right. Let's just wait a second. Oh, army that's down here. I'm going to assume that you're going to start moving over here. Wait a second. Nice. So now we have the Norway land. And, oh, I need to remove this as well. So remove elective, first thing. Clear out the list. Wonderful. That seems good. And then, what I'm going to do is I am, in between episodes, going to hand out all of the Gurma land and all of the Norwegian land, because that's quite a lot to do, and I think we need to do court artifacts as well, which is going to be another like pretty big chunk of land that I need to get rid of, or not land, of title artifacts I need to get rid of. Also, apparently I'm losing my ability to like say the correct word, so it seems like a good time to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for what most likely is going to be the last episode of Khans of the Steppe. I mean, this, like, Darfur is going to go next time. This is all going to be cleared out, like, really quickly. We'll probably send an army to, like, a Khan and that. But realistically, that's going to clear out super quickly. I said I was going to look at Outer Azerbaijan, which is down here, but I don't think it actually... Yeah, I don't think anything actually happened here that we need to worry about. I just thought that potentially that land had split up, but it hasn't. But yeah, we'll clear out that side, and that'll be done. Yeah, there is almost an argument for disbanding your armies, re-raising them here, and splitting them up, send one each side, but yeah, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to send some armies on some death marches, as in walking all the way across. We do have another 9,000 man army heading over here somewhere, right? Yeah, so they're going to head down here and then head into Gujarat. So they can start some of that, but yeah, still going to be slow. But yeah, probably next time it'll be the final episode. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.